My name is Carla Marie Blaka, and I'm a Kindle ebook publisher, and I do a lot of consulting around that, and essentially a strategist. And I've been working with clients for the past 2.5 years, helping them establish profitable ebook publishing businesses. And I've worked with a couple hundred people across 6 continents now, and it's been really an amazing journey the past couple of years. And last summer I started working with Dan in DLIC, and things have really evolved in a good direction since then. Before I joined DLIC, I really didn't have a real business. I didn't know how to get clients consistently, how to have my business structured so I wasn't in a feast or famine mode all the time. Because that's essentially where I was. I was, making okay money and had clients when I needed them, but I was always having to be pushing marketing all the time, really being in that place of always selling, and didn't have any sort of pipeline in place. And so what I've learned from Dan in the past year is the importance of building up authority and building up a pipeline so that I have some real marketing in place, have a real business essentially, and so that has been the biggest area of growth in the past years. I've set myself up for a place of more longevity for my business because I was always panicking of if I don't push, if I don't hustle, I'm not going to get the clients I need. And now it feels like I'm in a different place, setting up something where I'm going to have something consistent and more long-term. So I discovered Dan about 3 years ago by reading his book, F.U. Money, and after I read that book, it really impacted me. I read it probably at least once more after that initial time, and I started following him on YouTube and watching interviews that other people did with him, and I really appreciated his honest approach, and I just found his message so impactful that last summer I felt compelled to reach out to him to see if he would be my mentor. And so I did, sent an email, and then less than a month after I sent that first email, I joined DLIC and I started traveling to Vancouver regularly. So right now I live in Regina, Saskatchewan, and so every month I get on a plane and I fly out to Vancouver. I usually come for 1 or 2 nights and spend time with Dan and DLIC, and yeah, it's an amazing opportunity for me to come out to Vancouver regularly because I love it here, and also to be around people that are really like-minded and inspiring. And every time I come out here, it's really an intensive learning experience for me, and I feel like I have so much growth that just happens in a couple days when I'm here. The main reason, I think, was Dan himself, that I felt he was so genuine, and I really liked how he emphasizes the importance of mindset in business. That you can have all of the tools and all of the skills and tricks and everything, but if you don't have the foundation of mindset, success isn't likely to occur. And so I really appreciated that, and that resonated with me. And I just liked him as a person, and I thought it was an amazing opportunity to be able to work with him. It's pretty amazing. It's different than I thought it would be coming in. I didn't realize how close I would become with everyone and how they become good friends of mine, and how it really truly does feel more like a family than just a business group. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but it's the truth that it is an amazing group of people that all care about each other, not only on the business level, but on the personal level too. And the connection that we all have to each other, and the openness that people can share, is really something special. And ever since my first meeting, I've felt a sense of belonging, and that it's a space where I can truly be who I am, and express celebration of successes, or also express if there are failures that I need help with, or anything like that. It's a really supportive group of people. One of the major benefits for me is not having to be alone as an entrepreneur, because that was huge for me, that I was just kind of feeling my way through the dark, trying to figure out the right path to take. But being in DLIC and having Dan as a mentor has been incredible. Received a lot of guidance. I haven't had to do it alone anymore. That I have someone, a whole group of people that are on my team that I can talk to, ask questions, bounce ideas off of, and also a bunch of other people who are on the same path of reaching for higher goals and trying to better themselves, and so that's been amazing. So in February, we all traveled, 10 of us from DLIC, to Texas to the ClickFunnels Funnel Hacking Live event. Yeah, that was a really great experience, being able to connect with everyone on a more casual, personal level, because we were traveling together, we were eating meals together, hanging out together, and the conversations that happen in those situations where you're just having meals together and it's just a lot more relaxed and casual. I feel like that is where a lot of kind of like deeper insights can come from, when it's not so much of a formal environment. So that was a really amazing opportunity. It's been great working with Dan more closely now, as he's partnered with me on my businesses, and being able to reach out to him to get advice, to get input, feedback on everything I'm working on, and have that regular contact with him has been completely invaluable, and it's resulted in me growing as an entrepreneur and as a business person so much more than if I didn't have him on my team as a partner. I don't think I can put a price on the value that Dan provides to me as a partner in my business, because it is affecting me in so many ways. It's affecting me, like the development of me as a person, in shaping my habits and my mindset towards what's possible, and that is really limitless, and totally can't put a price on that. I've purchased a couple of courses before. I've been in some other masterminds that weren't paid masterminds, and this has been a completely next level experience. So being in DLIC, working closely with Dan, it has been a game changer for my business and for myself, for my personal development, for sure. The difference between DLIC and the other mastermind that I was in before is DLIC is live. So I come and I connect with these people face to face. We're in the same room. There's a shared energy. It's completely different experience rather than being on like a video conference call with someone where maybe you just see their face, or maybe not even, you just hear their voice. And the great thing about DLIC too is, we'll have our meeting, our mastermind meeting all day, and then we'll go out and we'll have dinner together and we'll hang out all night and have a lot of fun. So it's completely a different experience. Dan's most important contribution to my business is opening my mind to the possibilities of growth and the value that I have in what I can provide to people. So one of the first things Dan advised me to do was double my prices, because I had a program that was always selling out with a waiting list, and he said that that is a sign that I wasn't charging enough. So he told me to double my prices, and that to me was really scary at the time. So I doubled my prices, and I saw that I continued to make sales, that it wasn't the end of the world, that things have been, it was a really good step. So him just instilling in me the belief in myself more and what I can provide to people and what that's worth, that was really huge. I would say that if they're looking for a mentor who is going to go a lot deeper than just surface business tactics and strategies, that's going to help them dig really deep into the core, into the foundation of why they are where they're at and where they could be and how to get from point A to point B, then that's the right choice, that Dan would be the right mentor for them. But only if they're willing to be committed, because you need to be committed, you need to put in the work, you need to be open to examining your own stuff to see that there are parts of you that are going to need to change in order to get to that result that you're looking for. And Dan really facilitates that well, and it's really quite effective.
So, what have you learned from my talk? What does it mean to you, and how are you going to take direct action? Comment below and share with me your thoughts. And don't forget, click on the subscribe button. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification, and click on the bell. If you want to watch my other videos related to this topic, check out some of these videos on the left. Keep watching and keep learning.